Hi, I'm Carl here for ProAV TV. The whole world of video production is focused on NAB at the moment. We're now into the second day of the trade show, so let's have a quick look at some of the announcements that have been made so far. This year has been slightly different to the last few years because it seems to have been less about announcing brand new cameras and platforms. Instead, manufacturers seem to be focusing on refining their current product ranges, which is always great to see. There have been some new cameras though. Canon have released the small ME200, which is basically a C100 Mark II sensor inside a compact cube-shaped body, perfect for mounting on drones, gimbals, etc. Alongside this, they've released their 18 to 80mm cinema servo zoom lens, which is definitely worth looking at in more detail if you're interested in it. While we are briefly on the subject of lenses, Fujinon have a new 20 to 120mm T3.5 style servo lens, which looks to be a very interesting all-purpose lens for ENG shooters. Sony have announced the HDC 4800, which brings 4K and high frame rates to their broadcast range of cameras, as well as the PXW Z450, which is a 4K replacement for their popular X400 shoulder-mounted camcorder. And Panasonic have announced the AGUX 180 and the AGUX 90 4K camcorders. An interesting new entry to the camera market is the Craft Cinema camera, a new company offering a low-cost, very modular camera with HD or 4K offerings, so that's something new to keep an eye on. So as I mentioned, instead of releasing brand new cameras, manufacturers have been refining their current offerings through firmware. Canon have released new firmware for practically their whole cinema line, with lots of small improvements, so have a look at those if you own one of those cameras. Blackmagic have released a whole new operating system for their Ursa Mini, changing the user interface to make it slightly easier to control, which is a very welcome improvement. But the biggest firmware announcement seems to be from Sony. They've been focusing on their new FS5 camera and have released a version 2 of its firmware, which adds some nice small features. But the exciting bit is a paid upgrade which allows the camera to output 60p or 50p 4K RAW through its 3G SDI port, or if you drop down to 1080p, up to 240 frames a second continuously. This means the camera becomes much more powerful when it's paired with an external recorder, so that's great. DJI have been very busy on the camera support side of things as well. They have a new flagship gimbal, the Ronin MX. It redesigns the original Ronin a little, adding an extra battery mounted on the top and some internal GPS capabilities to improve stability. It is also fully compatible with their new drone, the Matrice 600, which has a payload of up to 6 kilograms, meaning you can attach the Ronin MX and still be able to use a RED or similar sized camera while you're still up in the air. On the other end of their product line, the Osmo has had some attention. We have the new stabilized arm, which sits between the X3 camera and the Osmo handle. It's a mechanical system which reminds me a lot of the traditional Steadicam arm system, and should take out some of that vertical movement while you're walking. DJI are also putting together a bundle with the X5 camera and their focus unit, which looks very interesting as well. There's a new wireless follow focus system from E-Image, which we will definitely be taking a closer look at when it's ready later on in the year. On the monitoring side of things, Switch has a new range of monitors which we'll look at in more detail as soon as we can get our hands on some. Atmos also have a new flagship monitor and recorder, the Shogun Inferno. It has much the same features as the new Shogun Flame, but can record 4K at up to 60p and HD at up to 240p from either a video or raw signal. They've also announced they're bringing some of their HDR capabilities to the rest of their range of products as a free firmware upgrade, so have a look at that if you own an Atmos recorder. And talking of HDR, SmallHD have some new production monitors that they're calling the SmallHDR range. These are SmallHD's first venture into larger production monitors and certainly seem robustly built, as their new promotional video for them clearly shows. Blackmagic have also announced a new recorder. They've expanded their video assist range to include a 4K offering, which has a larger 7-inch screen and 2 SD card slots, which you can record 4K onto. Zacuto have slimmed down their Gratical EVF into the new Gratical I. It loses the HDMI, battery power and any video outputs in order to slim the Gratical down to as small and lightweight a package as possible. In the audio realm, we have a new on-camera shotgun microphone from Sennheiser. the MKE440. It's a stereo shotgun microphone which uses an interesting V shape to try and limit the audio that gets captured to only what's in the camera's view. This should help you get better sound when you're recording with a simple on-camera microphone. We've also got some new portable audio interfaces from Zoom, the U44 and U24. These sit between your microphone and the device you want to record sound into, maybe your iPad or computer, and gives you much more control over your sound. It's impossible to cover everything at a show the size of NAB in a video like this, especially since we're actually only halfway through the show when I'm recording this. Who knows what's going to happen over the next few days. So, if there are any other big announcements after this goes out, I'll either include them in the video description, or if there's enough, I'll put together a part 2 video for you all. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more news, and just leave a comment below if you'd like me to point you towards any information on any of the new product releases that I've just talked about. Thanks for watching.